Some people cross the line without even realizing it. Others do it on purpose, thinking there won't be consequences. But sometimes, that line isn't painted on the ground. It's in the jaws of a royal horse. Disrespect the rules, and you might find yourself face to face with the patience of the crown. And believe me, that patience isn't endless. Royal Guard horses. They're not just part of a ceremony. They're silent sentinels carrying the weight of history. If you look closely into their eyes, you won't see the crowd. You'll see how much respect they're being shown. They're used to the noise, but not to disrespect. And with every step they take, the honor of the crown walks with them. They're calm, gentle, and highly trained animals. But like any being with patience, they have their limits. And when that line is crossed, it's not just the guard who may react. Sometimes the horse standing beside him does too. Yes, that reaction can be a sudden headbutt, or even a powerful bite. And that's when we started seeing comments like this. Shouldn't they put a muzzle on the horse to prevent these bites? It's a fair question, and definitely worth thinking about. But what do you think? Would a muzzle be protecting the public? Or would it be unfairly restraining a proud creature just doing its duty? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this isn't just about a viral moment, it's about respect. There's a question that comes up a lot. Are these acts of disrespect really about nationality? Because, let's be honest, a lot of viral incidents involve Asian tourists. But let's not forget, not every tourist who gets shouted at or bitten is Asian. So maybe it's not just about where someone is from. Maybe it goes deeper. That said, could nationality still play a role in behavior? Take Japanese tourists, for example. You rarely see them acting out of line. So what makes the difference? Is it tradition? Is it their education system? Or maybe it's the fact that Japan has a royal family of its own and generations of respect tied to it? We've even received messages like, "We're not the ones being disrespectful, but somehow we're always the ones being blamed." Some Japanese tourists say they feel wrongly judged because of others' actions. So, are these perceptions fair? Or is blaming an entire group for one person's behavior the biggest disrespect of all? What's your take on this? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Have you ever wondered why Japanese tourists are so respectful? They don't need to read every sign to know where not to step. They stay quiet in crowds. They keep their distance from guards, and sometimes even bow from afar. Is someone teaching them all of this step by step? Or is it just something that comes from within? Maybe it starts in school. Maybe it's the strong cultural pressure to avoid embarrassment in public. Or maybe the concept of royalty runs so deep in their history, they instinctively respect symbols of power, even when it's not their own. Who knows? Maybe the most powerful kind of respect is the kind that doesn't need to be told. What do you think shapes this kind of behavior? Tradition, education, or something deeper? The United Kingdom isn't just known for its history. It's known for its grace, formality, and quiet strength. For centuries, the royal family of the UK has welcomed visitors with dignity. But behind that elegance, there's honor that must be protected. Those silent soldiers you see in front of Buckingham Palace, yes, the British Royal Guards, they're not just part of a photo opportunity. They're sworn protectors of the royal family, bound by tradition and discipline. They can stand still for hours, never breaking formation, never reacting to the thousands of cameras pointed at them. And what about the majestic animals beside them? Each Queen's Guard horse isn't just there for show. These noble animals are living symbols of Royal Guard history, once used in battle, now standing proud in service at Buckingham Palace. They're not just horses, they're guardians. But even within this deep tradition, there's one truth that must be remembered. Patience has its limits. And disrespecting a royal guard or their horse doesn't just cross a physical line, it dishonors a legacy. How should one approach a tradition like this? Share your thoughts in the comments. You can't always tell where a tourist is from just by their passport. You might not even hear them speak, but the way they walk, the way they stand just a few steps away from a royal guard, that tells a different kind of story. Some body language doesn't whisper. It screams, "I'm not here to show respect. I'm here to be seen." And certain facial expressions say it all, long before a rule is ever broken. Later in this video, you'll see a moment that speaks louder than words. The cameras are rolling. The tourist doesn't exactly cross the line, but they hover around it. Every step, every glance, every movement. It's not what they say, it's what they show. Did they break any Buckingham Palace behavior rules? Is that kind of attitude just a cultural misunderstanding? Or a sign of clear disrespect for Royal Guard protocols? What's your take? What does that kind of body language say to you? The Royal Guards. They're not just part of a ceremonial routine. They're living symbols of a tradition, carrying centuries of honor in complete silence. And the horses that stand beside them, they're not just well-trained animals, they're disciplined, patient, and proudly serve as part of the Royal Guard's duty. They don't react easily, but they feel the difference between admiration and disrespect. Because respect isn't just something we owe to people, it's something we show to traditions, to living beings, and to the values they represent. What happens in front of Buckingham Palace each day isn't just a scene between a tourist and a soldier. It's a moment that reflects how the world chooses to interact with one nation's heritage. So, what does respect mean to you? Is it following rules, staying behind the line, or is it something deeper, a sense of mindfulness, even when no one's watching? How should we treat the Royal Guard, their horses, and the legacy they stand for? Let us know in the comments. Because this isn't just a video. This is the language of respect.